homelessness equates to social status. So laughable when you actually think about how much work goes into homeless people trying to fit in and trying in earnest to not let people know they are homeless. Do you know how many people I lied to and did not tell I was homeless to while I was homeless because I didn't want their pity and I didn't want like any of that, because it's so utterly dehumanizing to have people look at you once you say I'm homeless, because all you see is intense pity and like you failed as a person. I was told in the comments things like I wasn't really homeless, that I was lying, that I was making it sound worse than it was, and that I had it so much easier than so many other people, and therefore I shouldn't be able to talk about it at all. That because I had my car, because I had my husband, because we had chosen to be homeless because we genuinely couldn't afford an apartment with the debt we had at the time, that I was not technically really homeless, that it wasn't as valid as people who had been displaced, and I was just using it to seem cool online, which again is so strange because never once have I ever thought that being homeless was cool. I literally hid it from pretty much everyone in my life, save for 5 people at the time who I had to tell. The general idea that I at any point felt cool because I had to sleep in my car and keep 100% of all of my property in a 2003 Honda Accord that would constantly break down is so ludicrous that I just don't have words for it. It felt so weird to me because the response I had gotten from other homeless people who identified as having gone through the same things that I had, and other homeless content creators, was that my video series was helping them and it was helpful and they liked it and they felt like me being more open with what I had gone through was normalizing something that people usually don't address or talk about. But other people took the videos in such a negative way that it became really difficult for me to even want to talk about it. It became anxiety inducing for me to talk about it online. I realized pretty quickly that by talking about it at all, by even mentioning it in my videos, that I was opening a door for people who really truly hate me to weaponize it against me. And if you were there when I deleted my Twitter, you know I'm not down for that. Like, that's the reason why someone said something really careless about my homelessness, and I yeeted myself because I was like, this was too emotional for me. I should not be on a platform where if I see something like this, it's going to cause this effect. Even now, as I'm speaking this out, as I'm talking about this, I'm stressed out because I feel like this is going to result in thousands of people posting about how Shannon wasn't really homeless because she lived in a car, and she's trying to talk over the people who didn't have that luxury and trying to make it sound worse for herself than it really was, and disregarding the people who are still in that situation. And I'm not doing that. I want to be very clear. I am not trying to talk over anyone. I am not trying to talk about it. It became anxiety inducing for me to talk about it online. I realized pretty quickly that by talking about it at all, by even mentioning it in my videos, that I was opening a door for people who really truly hate me to weaponize it against me. And if you were there when I deleted my Twitter, you know I'm not down for that. Like, that's the reason why someone said something really careless about my homelessness, and I yeeted myself because I was like, this was too emotional for me. I should not be on a platform where if I see something like this, it's going to cause this effect. Even now, as I'm speaking